Nah, cause we, you gotta educate the youth. They don't be knowing who people be. They see them, We gonna get right into this. First off, it's an honor and a privilege to have somebody down here from one of the legendary groups of all time. The Insane Clown Posse. Squeegee, what's going on with you, brother?
What's going on? Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you down here. For the people that don't know or don't know what's going on, tell them a little bit about yourself.
Well, I was one of the original members of the Insane Clown Posse when we came out in Detroit in 1990, but I got kicked out the group. So, that's why you never saw me in the later years.
And so, when they were coming up with this group and the things they would, how did y'all guys come up with this? Who came up with this?
We was high out our mind one day,
Bruh.
And I was clowning around, and they said, yo, we should call ourselves after what Squeegee do, clowns. So that's how the Insane Clown Posse was born. And they needed a black member, so I was like the token Negro.
I said, hold up, wait a minute.
And now, I was gonna get into, so the people that said you were like the token, black guy, how did you feel about that?
I loved it, because I thought, I used to go out to train a lot, so when they called me the token, I was proud. So I didn't really know derogatory or anything like that.
Bruh. And that, when you guys were like going around and everything and with blowing up, how did it, what made you?
Like, I missed a lot of the videos and all that, because they used to send me to the store, and I come back, they said, yo, we already shot it. But I was getting my bread, so I wasn't really sweating it. But then, when the feds started investigating, they kicked me out the group, because I had a lot of, past offenses with the Squeegee.
And how did you get the name Squeegee?
Well, I used to stop a lot of cars and clean windshields and all that. That's how we met.
Boy, ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
And that's why they just called me Squeegee, and it kind of stuck, just since I was a little kid.
And when you were coming up, and you saw, so you were just always cleaning cars?
Well, basically, when I was young, I should snatch stuff out the window. If you had something on the seat, I would run. But for the most part, I was good with that Squeegee. I was nice with that Squeegee.
And we see you had one in your back pocket. We wasn't sure what that was.
I keep it out in the car, because sometimes, I don't get no royalties, so sometimes I just pull over and I do a lot of windows, and that's how I supplement my income.
And now, do you see any royalties? Do they?
I don't. They kind of took me off a lot of the tracks, even though I came up with a lot of the sayings, the tracks, and all that. That saying they say, like, you can't think, you just gotta know. I coined that phrase first. I said.
So you were the man in the background of a lot of these things.
Like I was the thinker. When they need to brainstorm, they send me in the room by myself, and I come out with a great idea.
And now we were trying to look you up as we was getting this interview, just to do a little research.
For sure.
It was known that you were the one who was supplying the drugs. Is that true?
I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Come on now, come on. I mean, I come from a long line of addicts, and I'm not gonna really out myself, but if you needed it, I could get it for less.
So was that your job, or
I had a lot of jobs. I went to the store, I got the heroes, I should go get I should get the girls, I get everything we needed, but I always would miss the sessions, and like, I wrote some of their rhymes. I used to write the best. We originally wanted to be a rock group, you know what I'm saying? But then the hip hop took off, and like, I'm multifaceted, you know what I'm saying? I could do a lot of things.
And to all the people that were saying they were just like using you and things of that nature, when the people came around, it said that when people came around, they like to throw things at you. You wouldn't just act like you were just like beneath them. Is that true?
I mean, I thought like when things used to come at me, I thought they was falling off shelves and stuff. I didn't know they was throwing stuff at me. But in any event, I was about to make a resurgence because I got my debut album coming out on the solo side. Squeegee is back. So you're gonna see where the real talent is at.
Bruh. Well, thank you for coming out and talking with us.
Thank you for having me, man. Insane Clown Posse. I'm still repping.
And we hope that we see you in the future. And you know you gotta come down here and talk with us.
Anytime. I'm ready to come back anytime y'all invite me.
Squeegee.
Listen, quick public service announcement. Certain portions of this channel and segments are just satire. It's strictly for shit and giggles. So don't get all bent out of shape. Support the channel. It's just jokes.